Yo, what up everybody, it's your boy D.O. Stewart. About 2 weeks ago, me and my wife bought this car and we've had nothing but good times in it so far. I've had a lot of people compliment on it. Some of y'all's been asking about it, so I figured I would go ahead and do a little review on it. So let's get started. This is the 22 Kia Forte GT with the GT2 package, which comes with everything available for this car is on it, except the manual transmission, because my wife does not know how to drive a manual transmission, and it's been a while since I have. So yeah, first off, you'll notice it's got the updated Kia badge. I kind of like it. It's almost one of those that you can flip upside down. It's the same thing almost, except it does have that little leg for the K that's missing over there, but I like it. It has the GT badge over here within the tiger nose grill area, as well as you notice all those red accents on all the teeth. And it's got the red accent for around the fog lights, which only comes with the accents on the GT and the GT line models. Like I said, it does have fog lights right down here, kind of hidden away, and it's kind of cool. It has a functional air vent on both sides. These headlights are pretty cool. It's got LED lights, and it's got LED daytime running lamps up on the top, 3 of them, and 3 on the bottom. And the top ones will turn orange when you got the blinker on. And it's got this little reflector over here, which actually has a little bit of a light inside it, which makes it kind of look cool. And I love this aluminum type finish right there, how it's kind of made. I think it looks pretty cool. It's got the red accent on the tires, as well as the Kia logo right there in the center. These are 18-inch tires. I can't even talk right now. But yeah, I'm liking it. I think it's got a nice looking front end, kind of looks sporty. This color is called Sporty Blue, so it just kind of pops on this car. I'm not that big a fan of blue. It's probably like my least favorite color, but my wife liked it, and mainly my mom wanted a car about this color, so that's why we got it. You got your mirrors over here. It does have the turn signals on the inside, gloss black top, a gloss black trim at the very bottom, and then you got matte black over here, which is nice. It feels nice when you try to close the door and stuff. Doesn't leave fingerprints. Got your gas cap. Around the back, you got a trunk lid spoiler. Got that logo again. LED tail lights on both sides, and you got like a little reflector bar across the middle. Looks kind of cool. You got your turn signals down below. I know a lot of people don't like those down low, but what can you do? You got dual exhausts and a pretty good rear diffuser. It's pretty cool. Sounds pretty nice as well. Let's go ahead and show you all the trunk. I've got a couple things in here. It's a pretty deep trunk. I believe it's a little over 15 cubic feet altogether. Got your little subwoofer up here. You do have these little tabs on both sides that the back seats can fold down, and a 40-60 split. With the GT, you can get the spare tire or the donut or whatever. Most of them models and trims won't come with that, just to kind of save the company some money and stuff. They try to say it's because of weight and make the car go faster and more fuel efficient, but let's be honest, it's because of money. So yeah, and we've looked at that. Let's go ahead and jump on the inside. All right, we're in the back seat. Check out, I got a couple inches here. I can turn my hand sideways underneath my, or above my head or whatever, and still have a little bit of wiggle room. I'm about 5'10", almost 5'9.5", 5'10", somewhere in there. So it's pretty good, decent, you know, about average. Let's see here. I'm sitting behind what I have my seat set to. Like I said, I'm about 5'10" almost, and I got pretty good leg room here. You got a little bit of spot where you can put your feet up underneath it if you want. It is hard plastic. I'll go ahead and say that right now. It's kind of easy to clean. It's kind of dirty right now because my kids been back here. You got 2 vents back here, and you can turn it on and off and stuff. You can't really control the temperature back here, but you do have vents, which is a plus a USB port down there. I know our Otis has a digital camera and an MP3 player she likes to use. This side, you do have the little pocket on the back and stuff. Pretty nice. The doors kind of match the front of the car, and you can tell it's got that red trim stitching, which is in with the GT model and stuff. It's pretty nice. I love the type of leather that they use. It's fake leather. I forgot exactly how they call it or what they call it, but it's faux top leather. It's not real, but I like the designs of it. It matches the front seats, which doesn't happen that often in cars. You have a pull down armrest here with 2 cup holders and stuff, and yeah, I think it's pretty nice size back seat back here or whatever. I don't know if you can get 3 adults comfy in here, but I mean, you can get 2 pretty comfy. The third one, yeah. I mean, as long as you're not too big. I think 3 of me can fit in here. I'm about 215 or so, maybe not quite, maybe 210, somewhere in there. But I think I can fit 3 of me in here. Legs might be a little squished in the middle, but yeah, I like it. All right, we're up in the front seat. You can see it's got the GT logo embroidered into it, as well as that faux leather, same design as the back seats. It's got red stitching, red piping on it. Pretty good bolstering on the sides, even on the side of the seat. My old ragged charging cord. Same thing with the door. It's got that red stitching. It's not really gloss black. It's almost like a carbon fiber type look. And you can see those little dots in it. Those dots are actually accent lights. And if you look over here, you got your GT logo kind of stamped into this. There's not really stamped, but made into it. And its outline is a light. And at night, the outline of that GT logo, as well as those dots on that door and the driver's side door, will light up as ambient lighting on the inside. So you can also tell the little jet turbine type looking vents on the sides. I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit more control exactly where you're trying to send the air. You got your center dash or whatever over here. You got your 10.25 touchscreen infotainment center with maps, navigations, a customizable star button, your seeking of tracks or whatever, forward and backwards, your radio, your media, which is like kind of like radio but can also be other stuff, and your setup stuff. You got your volume and all that kind of stuff. Down here, I will admit this looks a little dated, based off of kind of all the high-tech stuff elsewhere. It's your AC and stuff. I got the car actually kind of turned off right now. Let's go ahead and turn it on. It's got the stop button, and you'll notice it here in a minute. There we go. You got a glare right here. It's typically not glare, but yeah, I keep it about 68 to 70 with the auto, sync and AC. Since it's dual climates, you can change this up and down. It's got a nice little digital readout. If you want all that stuff, you can adjust the fan if you don't want the auto on or whatever right here. Let's go ahead and just turn it down and auto again. You can adjust where the vents go. Again, auto kind of deals that with it, and will also control your circulating air or your fresh air intake. And also this car will automatically defrost for you when it senses too much moisture in the car and stuff. But yeah, on down here we got a wireless phone charger spot for you. Just kind of set your phone. That will light up yellow while it's charging, and it will change green, or that little line light over here. It'll change green once it's fully lit. You got your 12 volts cigarette lighter type port right there. You got where I got that plugged in, that's USB. That is also for your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Just want to kind of keep it plugged in right there. And then you got another USB port to charge right there. And you got your shifter. I like it. I like this little leather type ordeal with the red stitching. It's got heated and ventilated seats, and these cool off really quick. It is about 75 degrees in here or outside, and yeah, it cools off pretty quickly. It was a little bit warmer earlier, but yeah, I can already feel it cooling off. It's got that on both sides. You got your drive modes, which I'll show you all that here in a second, and then a camera, so you don't have to be backing up. You can do that and it'll automatically pull up your backup camera and stuff. You got some settings. It's kind of hard to see right now, but this does have little sensors, cones or whatever for your car, so you can kind of know exactly what's going off, because it will beep and show you where it's at. You can also do a straight down view of the back end or whatever, and it does have trajectory, so as you turn that, the line will turn. Same thing with this. You turn it and it'll kind of turn with it. So that's kind of cool. You can push the button again and it will go away. Got your electronic parking brake, auto hold. Auto hold's pretty cool. If you don't know what that is, you can turn that on. You can stop at a stop sign and push your brake in, or a red light or whatever. You come to a complete stop and you take your foot off the brake and it will hold the brake in until you touch the gas. Then you got a little bit of a thing. It's not too deep. I wish it was a little bit deeper, but cars nowadays don't have CD players, so it's not really in need for a bunch. We just got some keys and an umbrella in there. And of course we got our glove box over here with all of our manuals and shit in it. This does have the Harman Kardon sound system, which has got, I believe, 5 speakers up front. It's got 1 on each door. It's got 1 on each of the A-pillars, and then it's got 1 right in the center, and then it's got some in the back as well. Moving over the driver's door, you got your window lock for the kids not to be able to mess with the windows. Your windows up and down. The driver's side is automatic, 1 up, 1 down. Your lock, unlock. And then of course your side mirrors. On the side mirrors, you have a little thing right here. I don't know if y'all can really see it. Yeah, you can see if my hand's kind of over it a little bit. But it's a blind spot detector. And when there's a car in your blind spot, it will light up orange and stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's got that on both sides. Probably can't see it over there, but yeah, it has that. It also has a blind spot thing right here. And if you turn on your blinker and you start going over and that's lit up, it will beep at you. And if you get too far over, it will actually steer the car back into the lane you was previously in. That way it avoids a collision. You got your lights dimming and stuff for your cluster and things. And then of course your traction control off. For the steering wheel here, let's back it out a little bit. It's got a flat bottom steering wheel with the GT logo. Kind of simplistic round horn area with the Kia badge. Over here is all your audio controls. The mode button is actually customizable. You have voice command, your volume up and down, push it in for mute, answer your calls for your phone, and the star is also customizable, which I have it to decline calls, and so that's answer, so it's right there. And this side is to change your tracks on the radio or whatever, up and down. This side you have a menu button to control the little digital display up there. You have a 1-button cruise control. You just push it and it turns it on and sets it. You don't have to use multiple buttons, which is really nice. You have this to adjust your cruise up and down, push in to pause it, resume it. This is another thing I might show you after a while that'll go along with the cruise control. It controls the distance for your car. It's a smart cruise control. If there's a car in front of you and you're going down the highway and they start slowing down, it will slow your car down along with it, so you don't have to touch the brakes, you don't have to cancel out your cruise or pause it or whatever. It will automatically slow your car to match their speed, and if they happen to speed back up after that, it will speed your car back up to whatever your cruise control was set to, so you ain't got to worry about all that. It will kind of keep a certain distance between your car and their car, and you can adjust the distance with that. It also has this I think it's steering assist or lane keep assist. I think it's lane keep assist, what that's called. I'm not really sure for all the buttons or all the names, but what that does is if you're driving and it registers that there's lines on the road, which you can see this little gray outline right here of a car between 2 lines. Whenever it detects the lines on both sides of the road, the yellow and the white line, that will light up green. And if you have this engaged, which will also show a little green steering wheel right beside that, it will steer and keep your car in the middle between those two. If you're going around curves, it will turn for you and all that stuff. So I'll try to show y'all that here in a little while. But it's pretty cool. It will literally just drive itself that way. Without having to turn on any buttons or whatever, it will keep you in your lane to some degree as well. Like I was talking about with the blind spot, if you start trying to turn and it picks up a car there, it will turn you back into your lane or whatever if you're trying to merge over. It will do the same thing with the lines. If you're just driving and you don't have your blinker on, if you get too close to the yellow line or the white line, it will beep at you. And if you get really close to it, it will actually steer the car back into your lane for you. So it's kind of cool, but that will keep it from jerking you side to side, and that will actually keep you centered. So yeah, that's nice. You got all your light controls over here, your off, your automatic, your daytime running lamps only, and then your extra headlights only, or headlights and daytime. And then you got your fog lights right there and your blinkers and all that stuff. Also, if you notice, anything you do will show up on that little display. If I turn on my lights or whatever, it will change all that. This side's your wipers and stuff. They're turned off right now, so that's not working, but if I do that, it'll just do that. But if I actually go down, it'll tell you what it is. If I change the interval, it'll do that, and then let me know that's turned back off. So that's pretty cool. Also, with this menu button, it's got different menus. So I got my navigation. If I actually have something set up on my navigation thing on the infotainment center, it will show it there. Right now it's just the compass. Your tire pressure, which I need to drive to display apparently. Then your attention level, can't talk. Let you know if it thinks you're sleepy, you might need to pull over, take a nap, you know, take a break or whatever, and stuff like that. If it feels like you're swerving too much or whatever. And then, you know, your digital speedometer, which I like to keep it on. It also does have other things like route information and stuff like that. So yeah. And now over here with the infotainment center, you notice it has my name up there. You can actually, I think it has 2 drivers, Amber and Derek. Amber's my wife, and then you can have a guest, and different settings are saved. So like one is the AC, and some of your safety features and stuff like that are all saved. So right now that is mine. What's set to 70 degrees. Like I said, it's kind of like a small glare on it for y'all. It's not like that in real life, but it's how it picks up on camera. I switch it to my wife's and it goes down to 65, and you notice the auto got turned off because it's set to my wife's. And that's how they have it set up. Radio stations, you can save your own presets, set up your own phone for the Bluetooth and stuff if you want, which we have both of ours set to both of ours. So if we're both in the car and somebody gets something. But yeah, that's that. Let's go back, change it. Also, you can tell hers has got noise. I turned that off. I hate the beeping. You turn it back to mine, and you know, so it's turned back to 70 with the auto. This is basically like the default home screen saver type ordeal. That just kind of shows you your weather and stuff. This is actually a map, and it will kind of actually show you where you're at, which is kind of cool. I thought that was just like a default map look, but it's actual real map where you're at, just kind of faded off a little bit. And you can change the color of your little icon, just like I was mentioned earlier with the ambient lights. You can change the color of that as well, so that's pretty cool. You can swipe over and stuff. You got your map and your navigation. Map will just show the map. Navigation's more GPS stuff, and it will actually pull it back over here like I was showing earlier. You got your phone, which right now it's got mine set up through Bluetooth. Calls, you got your text messages and stuff, and it will read it out loud for you. You got your phone projection, which is your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto if it's plugged in, which mine isn't right now. You can listen to Spotify. You got your Google Maps if you want to use that instead of theirs. I think Facebook Messenger, all kinds of different stuff there. Leave yourself voice memos. You can control the climate on there if you don't want to mess with those buttons. You got valet mode, which if you use that, it will notify you on your phone through the app or whatever if your car moves, I think within more than a mile or something like that from where you last left it. So it kind of helps with in case somebody steals it. Quiet mode, which will turn the volume down in the front to a certain level and turn off the speakers in the back. So that's good if you got kids or something in the back trying to sleep. You can do that, and it lowers the volume and turns their speakers off. You got your HD radio data, which actually has like weather information, as well as some of your satellite radios. You got your regular radio, your media, which also has some radio stuff, but also Bluetooth songs and stuff like that. Through Spotify, you got your setup or settings and stuff. You got your UVO, which is Kia's version of OnStar. You got your regular notifications and your usual manual if you want to use that. One thing I don't like, it does have a manual rear view mirror. I mentioned last time we did have a car ordered, and that was the one thing I was having replaced, was get the auto dimming, so I ain't got to flip that little thing all the time. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to wait for that car anymore. And it's also got the UVO buttons up here. So let's go ahead and go back to home. You got your visors, which these visors don't have lights on it, but they do have lights up here. And all of the interior lights, that doesn't really look like it because it's yellow, but I believe all the other interior lights are LED. The back ones back there, these up here, they're all LED. You can push these in to control just one. Do that for all of them. We got your little sunglasses thing, which I don't keep mine in here because mine always breaks in those. Back to these. I've never seen one that slides. That's kind of cool. And it has this little thing right here. I think that's for when you put your thumb there and use your fingers or something. I don't know. It's something. This car does have a sunroof. So it's got that. It's got the one button or one push to make it go back. Got the one push to go forward. And then also you can tilt it up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, that's about it for the inside. Oh no, just a sec, one more thing. So earlier I mentioned that this button down here, drive mode. There's 3 drive modes. There's normal, sport, and smart. Normal, I wish these would actually save to your profile. It will automatically go to normal every time you push it once. It will go to sport, and then smart. Smart is kind of like your eco-friendly mode. It will adjust it between normal and sport for you or whatever, based off of how you are driving. But it's basically there to help save fuel and stuff, improve the fuel efficiency of the car. Normal's is a normal thing, and sport, you don't get as much fuel efficiency with it, but it makes it sound a little bit better, and it shifts differently and stuff, and it feels a little bit more sporty, and I enjoy it. That's why I usually drive it on, so that's why I will be. And it will tell you what mode you are on at the bottom here and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go test drive this and let y'all see. I'll show y'all this while I was talking about with the green and stuff with the steering wheel and that. Let y'all see it kind of steer itself a little bit. And yeah, let's go do it. All right, so we are going. I got cruise control set to 58. This little thing down here is the car with the purple lines is the distance, which will control how far ahead the car in front of me will stay. I was talking about earlier with the smart cruise control and stuff. It will keep me in the lines. Like I said, it's got the green, so it's detecting those lines there, as well as the green steering wheel, which means it will control and steer and keep me in the center of those lines. And we are coming up to a turn up here, so I will kind of take my hand off the wheel and just kind of let y'all watch this bad boy do what it do. It just kind of steers around the turns and stuff. It will pop up a message if you keep your hand off for too long, let you know to put your hand back on. But it just took this turn and got me going straight again, and yeah, I enjoyed it. All right, well, that's it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. We have made it home. Started raining again on us, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and leave it down below. If not, then yeah, just go ahead and hit like, hit that subscribe button, the string up here, all that fun stuff. Do all that stuff, all those things down there. Do whatever, I don't care. Peace out. Illy. Everybody love everybody.